the State of the Union, set up probably by Stephen Miller, who's the Deputy White House Chief of Staff, who's the guy who believes in the Great Replacement theory, and he's a real white supremacist. I mean, he's really open about this. Trump tried to make everybody stand up who believed that the duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. Well, it's totally a trap because, of course, what the Democrats are saying is you need to protect the rule of law. We actually have laws about how one deals with everybody who is on the ground, who's on the soil or under the jurisdiction of the United States of America. It's not a question of you got to take care of all the citizens and every non-citizen can go hang. There are rules about how all of those people should be treated. It's a real no-brainer. It's not to say that you shouldn't take care of citizens. Of course you should. But you also shouldn't be incarcerating 5-year-olds or 2-year-olds or, doing all the things that the government has never been allowed to do before. They're really hoping it's going to fire up that base again, that the Democrats are the bad guys here. We're the good guys, they're the bad guys. In the midst of all this one's a biggie. So there was a man in Buffalo, New York, who was a legal refugee from Myanmar, and he came with his children. He was blind and did not speak English, did not read or write, and could not use electronic devices. And he got picked up by the police because in the past he used a curtain rod to make his way along, and somebody called the police on him because they thought it was a weapon, and the police came, so we had a record because he was tapping the sidewalk with a curtain rod. And the police released him, and the Border Patrol picked him up at the police station, and they found out he was in the country legally and that they couldn't therefore put him into detention. And so this is Buffalo, New York, lake effect, bitter cold, the whole thing. This guy he doesn't speak English and he's blind. And they dropped him off miles from his home near a Tim Hortons, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's like a coffee shop. And they didn't tell either his lawyer or his family what they had done. And the family's frantic, right? They go to the police and they say, we can't find our father. And the police checked and they said, well, he's with Border Patrol. So they closed the missing persons case. They dropped him off on February 19th and the police found him dead in the street on February 24th. Now, this is a man who came to the United States because he was fleeing genocide, being cared for by his family, obviously, and turned to America as a place where they could be safe. Our federal agents took this older man, loved by his family, who were desperate, and they freaking left him to die on the streets in the cold. And I, that's right up there for me with Little Boy in the Bunny Hat, and who at least was with his father, right? And when you think about what the Republicans were trying to do with that, we've set a trap for the Democrats. At the same freaking time, that guy was dying in the streets. I think that trap, political traps suck anyway. I'm sorry, I don't use a lot of words like that, but it's just, that's not, our government's supposed to be working for us, not working to keep people in power. And I hope that people remember in that moment that while Trump is sitting there and the Republicans are cheering on how evil the Democrats are, how crazy they are and all that, what they were trying to do was simply to make sure that people like this guy could go home to his family, which is what the legal system said, rather than Border Patrol officers dropping him in the street to die.